الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد السلام عليكم. So today I'll discuss in a few minutes the need to spend from our rizq for and sharing it with others, whatever is our status and wealth, that it's required that we do share it with the needy and other categories of people in trouble. So in the very beginning in Surah Baqarah, we all know that these second, third ayat, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Alif Lam Mim, Dhalikal Kitabu La Rayba Fih, Hudan lil Muttaqin, Alladhina yu'minuna bil ghaybi wa yuqimuna as-salata wa mimma razaqnahum yunfikun. والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون. So in the very beginning of Surah Baqarah, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is saying that this book, in which there is no doubt and a guidance for those who are muttaqeen, who are conscious of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And then the very next ayat is a close translation, that who believe in the unseen, bil ghaib, and establish prayer and spend out of what we have provided for them. So right after prayer is this spending out of what Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala provided as our rizq. And then it continues that that those who believe in what has been revealed to Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and what has been revealed before, and the hereafter. So, and then these are the ones on which the guidance has come, and it is those who are the successful. So the criteria for success is the previous items Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala mentioned, and that is, of course, one of them is the sharing of your rizq with others. And then says whatever is the rizq, somebody may have abundant of provisions provided by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, somebody may have very limited ones. Whatever rizq we have, whether I'm poor or middle class or rich, that sharing that is, spending that is commanded there, and is a sign of people who succeed. Following that, there are many ayats in the Quran about Zakah, and which is the required poor due, the amount from our wealth which should go to the people in need and certain categories. And interestingly, Zakat is mentioned right after Salah many times in the Quran. Probably nothing else, just connected with Salah, and in many surahs and many places, as starting from Surah Baqarah's ayat 43, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, wa aqimus salat wa atuz zakat warka'u marraqin, that those who establish salat, prayer, and pay the zakat, poor due, and bow your heads with those who bow in worship, those who go to ruku. And then continuing in Surah Baqarah, there are many places, waqimus salat wa atu zakat, that combining zakat with salah. That I think there may be about 82 places. This is in Quran. It's combined zakat with salat. No other pillars of Islam. Of course, iman is the first. Then salat and zakat. No other components of the 5 pillars is mentioned anywhere close to the number of times zakat is mentioned. Hajj and fasting, Saum is mentioned very limited times, once or twice, and then there are details of Saum and details of Laylatul Qadr and details of Hajj are there, but not combining with the other pillars of Islam. And one of the reasons may be that it's difficult for human beings to part with wealth, to share their wealth for good cause, except our personal use, our immediate family's use. And that's why the emphasis on Aqimus Salat and Atu Zakat. We find people who not pray and not give zakat, but will fast in Ramadan. We can see the attendance in Ramadan, in Isha and Fajr, but not in other time of the year. Then we can see people going to Hajj who most of the time don't pray and are very stingy about calculating zakat, and but they will go to Hajj. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us with lot of limitations, and He knows our characteristics, human characteristics, and that's why He emphasizes zakat along with salah to be is as duty for us. And that zakat part and sadaqah part involves effort to equalize the difficulties people face, the difficulties of lack of income and difficulties of accessing opportunities. So it's the duty of those Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given enough to share voluntarily and help the needy, help the people suffering. And one of the serious issues right now, we know in context with the injustice and killing in Gaza, going on for so many years now, and even is increasing right now with the safe area of Gaza City is being attacked. It's extremely difficult to send any help there intentionally with the policies of Israeli government and with the help of Americans in any kind of relief or financial help. But it's our duty to be conscious of this need and our requirement to share our wealth and sadaqah, voluntary helping the needy voluntarily. And there are some private channels through which some help could be provided. Sheikh Osman mentioned somebody in San Diego. We had a ICU nurse who worked in Gaza a few months ago for 5 weeks, 2 different times. And she gave a lecture here, and she has some contacts through which we can provide some help, our zakat and sadaqah money, so that the people who are really starving and dying, children and adults and everybody, can get some help. So, in summary, whatever we can do on top of our dua, our prayer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help the suffering, especially right now for Gaza population, and do our minimum so that we can answer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that what did we do when this genocide was going on, when this killing was going on, and people who are in power didn't really pay any meaningful attention. But we have to try to do our own duty, own responsibility, so that at least we can feel that we are trying something on top of asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help. So this is what I think we should ask Allah's help to be able to be successful in our efforts, and Allah's mercy for the people of Gaza. Yes, Assalamu alaikum.